Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I'm going to show you this. It's crochet and a lot of people call this crystal waves, but to me it's very much like a corner to corner stitch. It's made up of, I've got 3 treble crochets on each side of the blanket, so you're actually doing the sides of the blanket as you're working it. It's got this really lovely little sort of the wave on the sea, the top of the waves, and the same with this side. You can have your blanket that way actually if you want, because it looks pretty on either side and any way up. So this is how far I've got with this. This is just a little blanket to go on the top of a little Moses basket. So this is what this one's for. So I'll show you how to do this. So I'll do my slip knot and put it on my hook. Now, so if you're new to crochet, you just put your yarn over your hook, hold it whatever way is comfortable for you, and just pull it through. Don't have your stitch too tight. You don't want your chain too tight. So that's 3, 4. So if you just count in fours, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just do your chain the length that you want your blanket to be. If you don't know how many chains to do, measure the area that you want the blanket for. If you want it for your bed, measure the length of your bed. If you want it for a pram, measure the width of the pram and write down how many inches or centimetres it is, and then just do your chain to the same centimetre or inch length that you need for your little blanket or your afghan or whatever you're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're going to show you what to do. Now we're going to crochet into the 4th stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This one here. So you put your yarn over, and now these ones that we're skipping is going to make your first chain. It'll make your first chain, and as you're working, or it'll make your first stitch, that'll be counted as your first stitch, and as you work you'll make another stitch, so you'll have 2. So the stitches that you miss at the beginning will always make your first stitch. So I'm going to go into the 4th stitch from my hook. Don't count the one on the hook, count them from here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I've got my yarn over already, and I'm going to go through my chain like this. Now I've picked up 2 little stitches in that chain. Put your yarn over and just pull through. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So we've got 2 stitches here on our hook. So we've got 2 stitches made. Your chain becomes your first treble crochet in this project. So that's your second one. We need 3 in this same stitch down here. So this counts as 1. This is your second one. So yarn over and put 1 more treble crochet right in to the bottom where that one is coming out. Go right into there. And that's you got your 3 stitches. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3 and into this 4th one I'm going to put a single crochet. Don't put your yarn over, just go through, pull your stitch through, yarn over and pull through. Now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Now into the bottom where that stitch is, you're going to put 3 treble crochets. So right into the bottom of there, we put 1, 2 and 3, all into the same stitch. So your double, if you're in the UK, your double crochets in that stitch and your 3 treble crochets. If you're in another country, this is a single crochet into that stitch and 3 double crochets. You're going to skip 3. Now when you put all your stitches in there, it kind of pulls this next stitch, it distorts it. So just pull it over so you make sure you count that one, or you won't have enough by the time you get to the end. So 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch we're going to do our double crochet. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and into, get some more yarn. So we've done our chain of 2. Now into the same stitch, that's where our double crochet is, or your single crochet if you're in the USA. Yarn over and put 3 treble crochets into that same stitch. That's 1, 2 and 3. So you're getting this little wave pattern. Count 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip 3 and into the 4th one do your double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2 and 3 treble crochets, all back in that same stitch, the same one that you did your double crochet in. That's 1, 2 and 3. Skip 3 stitches. Make sure you're getting that one, make sure you count that one. 1, 2, 3 and into the 4th one do your double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2 and then 3 trebles into that same stitch where your double crochet is. 1, 2 and 3. Just hold it the way you feel comfortable. So remember and count that one that's really close to that big stitch. 1, 2, 3 and into the 4th one going to do a double crochet, chain 2. Now this is when you can chain more than 2 if you want a lacier looking pattern. You can chain 3 or chain 4 here, it's up to you. I like it like this. I like it all quite close together, so it really does look like little waves. It's really pretty. So I just do 2 chain, but you can do 3 and or you can even do 4. It's up to you. Now into the bottom here again we're going to put 3 treble crochets. If you're in a different country from the UK, this is a double crochet. Put 3, that's 1, 2, 1 more 3. Now we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3 and put a double crochet into that stitch, into the 4th stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over and 3 treble crochets into the same stitch as your double crochet, all clustered together. Now we're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3 and which should put us on our last stitch. If you've got stitches left, don't worry, you can pick them out. If you've maybe got 2 stitches here, you just might have miscounted, so don't worry about it, you can pick it out. So I'm going to do a double crochet into this last stitch. Make sure I pick up 2 parts of that stitch and double crochet. Now that's your first row done, like this. What we're going to do now is we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. Now that becomes your first treble crochet. Now right into the bottom where you've done your chain 3, this stitch here, right here, you're going to put 2 treble crochet, 1 and 2. Now you're going to go past, this is your 3 trebles from when we did the other row. Count 1, 2, and find the third one. So you've got your chain of 2 here and your third stitch. You're going to work around that stitch. So put your hook, count 1, 2, 3, and work around that stitch. We're going to do a double crochet, so just pull your yarn through, over and through both those stitches. Chain your 2, 1 and 2. Now there's your chain that you did on the last row. You're going to put 3 treble crochets into that chain space. So into the chain, that's the chain that we made on the last row. That's 1, 2 and 3. We're going to skip these 2 stitches here and work around the post of this third treble that's in that cluster. We're doing a double crochet, so just pull through both your loops, chain 2, 1, 2. Remember that chain 2. If you're doing a chain 2, you can do a chain 3 if you want. There's your chain from the last round. 3 treble crochets into that chain. That's 1, 2 and 3. Skip 2 treble crochets, so skip that one, and we're going to work around that one, the one that's next to your chain. Go behind the stitch, wrap your yarn around and pull through. You've got 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both. That's you done a double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, and we'll do 3 treble crochets into this space. Now the chain 2 that you're doing will be your chain space for your next row. So 3 treble crochets into that chain. Skip 1, 2, and we're going around that third stitch in that cluster. Pull through, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 treble crochets into your chain. You might have to just pull that out of the way to get into your chain space. It's 1, 2 and 3. So you're going to find your cluster, skip that stitch, and go around the post of that third one. Yarn over, pull through, chain 2, remember your chain 2, and 3 treble crochets into that chain space. Now if you get lost, you can rewind the video and watch it again. Now into your next cluster, 1, 2, 3, around the third chain, just work around that post, a double crochet, chain 2, 1 and 2, and into the chain space, 3 treble crochets, 1, 2 and 3, along to your next one. Now what you're going to do with your next one, you've got your 2 stitches plus your chain that we started with right at the beginning. Put your hook right through that chain space and do a double crochet. Okay, so we're just going into that chain space on that last set and do a double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and turn, and we'll just repeat what we've just done. So this pattern is just a 1 row repeat. Now you can see why they call it crystal waves or a wave stitch. It looks like the little waves at the top of an ocean. Now your chain 3, you're going into that big stitch there, put 2 more treble crochets. That's 1 and 2. Your chain counts as your third one. We're at the cluster again. We're going to work around that stitch, around the post of that stitch, and do a double crochet. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and put 3 treble crochets into the chain space. And that is what you do for the length of your blanket, and you do as many rows as you want across. Skip that one and work around the third one, a double crochet, chain 2, remembering chain 2, and into the chain space 3 treble crochets. 1, 2 and 3. I'll cross to the next cluster around the last stitch, double crochet, chain 2 and 3 treble crochets into the chain space. So we'll work along to the end, chain 2, and we're going to go through the chain space that's here right on the end, a double crochet. Just put your hook through, pull your yarn through and pull through 2 of those stitches and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll just repeat the row. I'm just going to leave my top like this. I'm not going to do anything else to the top. So to finish your top, I'm still working on this one, I would just cut my yarn and pull it through and finish it right there at that end, and that would be it. But I'm going to continue with my little blanket the size that it is, because it's for a little Moses basket, and I'll just keep doing the rows. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please just click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell as well. You'll be notified when I post another tutorial. Now it is free to subscribe to my channel. Just click on the button that says subscribe, not the one that says join. Just click on the one that says subscribe, and it's free to subscribe to the channel. So until the next time, and happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon.